Hi. So I ordered these books for my granddaughter, and they were written by a Republican author and the Tuttle Twins. This is the first book of the series, which I have read, and I will tell you a couple of things that are kind of weird. I mean, of course, this is for Republicans and for Republican children, but I feel like this is an indoctrination for sure. Look at this. Says we have rights. Our rights are from God, given by God. Okay, well, your rights are not given by God. Your rights are privileges that are given to you by the Constitution, not by God. Our laws are invented by man, not God. So, all your rights come from the Constitution, not by God. Okay? And it also says here, and I will show you this. This is really, really strange. It says, when the law lets people plunder, it turns everyone against each other. Everyone wants to take instead of give. Some people stop working hard and begin looking to the government to take care of them instead. It says it right here on page 44. Okay. It says, when this happens, the government begins to control everything. Well, pretty much, people that are on, food stamps and welfare or whatever, well, they're all people that are just lazy and don't want to work. Yeah. So if you want your children to go to school and look at their schoolmates who may be getting government help somehow, and they can tell that schoolmate, well, your parents are probably just lazy. Yeah. Well, a lot of people that are on government, funded programs like food assistance and what have you, do work. They just work for, minimum wage or just slightly over minimum wage. And you know how prices are. I mean, everything's very expensive and rent is expensive and a lot of people can't afford to have a home, a house. So, yeah, even though they work really hard and do their best, sometimes they need food assistance. Sometimes they need a little bit of, government help. Well, these people are not lazy. These people are not, beneath you or your children. And I don't think it's good to teach your children that. So probably not a good idea. Overall, I have read the first two books of the series, The Law and book number 2 here. Oh, also book number 3. I read Creature from the Jekyll Island, which is really interesting. You need to read that. I think if you're a Democrat, you should buy these books just so you can read them. But I mean, whether or not you want to let the man make all this money off these books is up to you. But honestly, yeah, what I've read so far is pretty much Republican indoctrination of children. And, hey, you want to teach your kids stuff that probably isn't true. Like, for instance, in the law, it talks about true laws. In other words, not all laws are true. You need to just abide by true laws. Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as true laws. If it's a law, it needs to be abided by. I mean, sorry, but just because you don't think it's a true law doesn't mean you can, ignore it, right? Anyway, that's the first part of this blog, and it's probably going to be a long one because I'm going to read all these books and go through them and let you know one book by another. But so far, The Law, this one, yeah, this is a real eye-opener. Well, here we go. Try not to indoctrinate your children in the Republican way, but if you are a Republican, yeah, go ahead and buy these books. They're very interesting. See you later.